Every time a new tool is invented, somebody declares the death of art. When the printing press appeared in the 15th century, critics swore it would destroy storytelling. When photography arrived in the 1800s, painters panicked that their craft was finished. Photoshop, it was accused of murdering real photography, and now it's AI's turn. But here's the uncomfortable truth: AI isn't killing creativity. What it's killing is the excuse that you weren't creative enough in the first place. Think about it. We've always confused the tool with the art. When the printing press came along, monks who spent their lives copying manuscripts by hand said books would lose their soul. Yet, printing didn't end stories. It gives us Shakespeare in every home. It gave us ideas crossing oceans. It gave us revolutions. The French Revolution itself was fueled by cheap pamphlets printed for the masses. The tool didn't kill creativity, it multiplied it. The same story repeated with photography. In 1839, when cameras started capturing reality, French painter Paul de la Roche supposedly sighed, "From today, painting is dead." But painting didn't die. In fact, freed from the burden of copying reality, painters exploded into Impressionism, Surrealism, Cubism. Without photography, there might never have been Picasso or Van Gogh or Monet. Fast forward to the 20th century. The typewriter. Critics said it will make writers lazy, mechanical, less authentic. But tell that to Hemingway, banging on his typewriter, pouring raw blood and whiskey onto the page. Tell that to Kerouac, who famously taped a 120-foot roll of paper into his typewriter and wrote "On the Road" in a feverish 3 weeks. Did the machine kill their art? Or did it liberate them to create faster, freer, bolder? Then came Photoshop. The cry was loud. "This isn't real photography. Anyone can fake it now." But Photoshop didn't kill photography, it birthed digital art, graphic design, entire industries. It gave us new ways to see the world, from movie posters to memes. And let's be honest, some of the most iconic images of our century were touched, tweaked, or transformed by it. So here we are again. AI enters the scene, and the chorus starts up. "This is the end of creativity. Machines are taking over." But history is laughing at us because every single time we thought art was dying, it was actually being reborn. Here's the part most people don't want to admit. What AI really threatens isn't creativity, it threatens mediocrity. Before AI, you could hide behind excuses. "I can't draw. I'm not good at writing. I don't have the skill." But now, you can type a prompt and boom, you have an image, a poem, a song. The barrier to entry is gone, which means if you're not creating, it's not because the tools are too hard. It's because you don't actually want to create. Let's put this in perspective. In 2023, more than 14 million people signed up for ChatGPT on its first 5 days. That made it the fastest growing app in history. But here's the interesting part: how many of those people actually used it to create something meaningful? Most didn't. They toyed with it, asked it to write a joke, maybe tested a school essay, but only a few took it seriously. To write novels, launch business, build art projects. The tool was there for everyone, but only the driven turned it into something real. This isn't new. Look back at YouTube. When it launched in 2005, anyone could upload videos. Billions of people watched. Millions tried. But only a small fraction, the ones who showed up every day, who kept experimenting, who stayed consistent, built empires. Was the problem YouTube? Or was the problem that most people love the idea of being creators more than they loved the work? That's where AI is now. It's not the death of creativity. It's the mirror that shows us who was actually creative all along. And let's be brutally honest for a second. Maybe the fear isn't that AI will kill art. Maybe the fear is that AI will prove how much of the art we've been making was average, copy paste. How many pop songs sound the same? How many superhero movies are just recycled plots? How many books are just motivational quotes repackaged? Maybe AI won't kill creativity. Maybe it will kill the illusion that everyone was creative to begin with. Now, some people will argue that AI will just flood the market with low quality content, making it harder for original work to be discovered. And that's a fair point. But here's the thing, a tsunami of average content only makes true, authentic, soul driven creativity stand out even more. In a sea of AI generated work, the person who puts their genuine heart and unique voice into their art will shine brighter than ever. But here's the flip side, true creativity, the kind that moves hearts, shifts culture, spark revolutions, that can't be automated. You can ask AI to mimic Shakespeare, but it won't leave Shakespeare's pain. You can ask it to paint like Van Gogh, but it won't bleed in color the way Van Gogh did. Creativity isn't just the product, it's the struggle, the heartbreak, the vision no machine can feel. AI can give you tools, but it can't give you soul. That's still on us. So maybe this isn't the end of creativity. Maybe it's the beginning of its next chapter. Because when anyone can generate an image, the real artist is the one who knows what to generate, why it matters, and how to shape it into something bigger than the prompt. When anyone can write an AI generated script, the real storyteller is the one who can make you cry, laugh, and rethink your life through it. AI doesn't erase the need for creativity, it raises the bar for it. So ask yourself, are you afraid of AI because it might destroy art? Or are you afraid of AI because it might expose you? That maybe you weren't pushing yourself creatively in the first place. Because the truth is, AI won't decide the future of creativity. You will. So what's the next step? Don't just watch what others are doing. Use this new tool to get your hands dirty. Pick one creative project you've always wanted to do, a short story, a poem, a digital art piece, and use AI to remove the barriers that have held you back. Let it handle the grammar, the perspective, the drawing mechanics. Your job is to focus on the vision, the feeling, the unique spark that only you can provide. This isn't about letting a machine do the work. It's about letting a machine clear the path so you can finally express yourself fully. So, is AI the death of creativity? Or is it your excuse dying right in front of you? So here's the challenge. Don't just watch this and nod. Prove to yourself that creativity isn't dead. Use the tools, push your limits, create something today. Because AI won't replace you unless you let it. If this made you think, if it lit a spark, then join this community of thinkers and creators. Hit subscribe, drop a comment, and share with someone who still believes art is dying. Let's remind the world creativity doesn't die, it evolves. See you in the next one.